Entering into the Mazza Museum in Findlay, Ohio, one would instantly be taken away with its illustrious beauty and copious amounts of children's literature. Pictures, paintings, and books line the walls like the lines on a page. Illustrations done by Brad Sneed take up their own portion of the museum with 5 different pictures from his book that are depicted on the wall. Illustrator Brad Sneed has generated a variety of different children's illustrations that all include the same exaggerated and wacky characters.
Aesop's Fables is a compilation of moral lessons told through the perspectives of all these animated animal characters. Sneed's astoundingly realistic and humorously human characteristics exude a variety of human-like qualities and feelings. His illustrations on the front and back jackets are not stories that are covered within the book. Rather, they are symbols for a beginning and end. Tortoise and the Hare is a well-known fable that can represent the entire story through the images themselves, which creates a subtle intertextuality. The symbolic tension amongst all of the characters throughout this depiction helps to create an image that the reader can relate to because of the alarmingly humorous, human-like qualities of all his illustrations.
The grasshopper is holding the iconic checkered flag, which metaphorically represents the end of a race, or in this case, the end of the story. Running through the gutter of the book, the line of stones extends outside the limits of the viewer's eyes, alluding to the fact that this is only a portion of the scene because of its open frame. The 2 mice amongst the turtle have joyous outstretched arms toward the turtle as well as an expressed mocking motion toward the hare that has noticeably finished after the tortoise. Throughout the fables, the mice have positive connotations of small but mighty helpers. They are clearly encouraging the underdog in this scenario. Would you be rooting like the mice or the wolf, fox, and rooster are? Positivity is often well liked, and that is why Sneed chose to associate the mice with the tortoise, because in their story they muster all their strength to gather food for their hungry neighbors. Size does not always mean everything, and the symbolism of this is apparent when comparing the small in stature turtle, ant, and mice compared to the oversized audience members and hare.
Facial expressions continue to add to the humanities of this book by giving the tortoise an expression that exudes triumph, satisfaction, and joyousness. His fans, the mice and ant, are also linked with such expressions to cause tension amongst the other expressions shown on the page. Looking at the audience of this race, the rooster, fox, and wolf, one would instantly be reminded of their negative connotations, annoying, sly, proud, and overconfident, because of their well-known roles of deceiving and connivance through their fables. If these characters are associated with such bad qualities, would one be able to directly link those same qualities to the hare? Behind these well-known antagonists, a dark shadow of coloring is purposely placed amongst these foul characters to further extend to the reader that these are the adversaries of the stories throughout the book. The hare's face shows age, worry, and angst as he is depicted in the moment of discovering his loss, which creates tension due to his overconfidence of speed at the beginning of the race. Gray hair often symbolizes age and tiredness, which is closely colored into the top of his head because it is yet another piece that adds to the connection of these animals to humans.
This entire scene creates a mood of tension. Is the reader supposed to shout for joy and jubilee of the tortoise's victory? Or should he say, "I told you so," to the hare because of his overconfident loss? Looking at the inside front cover illustration, the tension between the before and after jackets of this book is implemented through the use of different facial expressions among both sets of characters. The audience members, a lion, eagle, and the crane, are foreshadowing a positive ending to this old fable because of their positive heroism among the fables. Their presence is bold and known, with onlooking eyes and a well-lit background. These 2 photos are synonymous with their tense moods, but the meaning behind both of them is quite different. Our picture is focused more on the fable itself. Slow and steady wins the race, whereas in the first photo, the focus is on the reader's ability to foreshadow the ending. Would the reader pick the obvious winner to succeed in the race, or would they be more likely to go for the underdog?
Overall, Sneed used these 2 pictures symbolically to his book. The 2 illustrations of the race are physically and metaphorically the beginning and ending of this book. On the front inside cover, the race is about to begin, just as the fables are about ready to unfold, while the latter of the 2 photos rests patiently at the end as the steady tortoise finally finished his race, just as the story of the fables has come to a close.